Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Rich Warburton here from TT. Completely unscheduled live that I'm doing right now, but I thought it was important that we at least kind of acknowledge what came out in the news yesterday for you Year 13s. So if you are watching this, welcome. It's only going to be a really quick video just to kind of, I don't know, expel those demons and worries you've got about the summer. You know, it's a long time off yet because it's only, of course, in the middle of October. So what have the government said? Well, they've confirmed that the A-level exams are going to be put back by 3 weeks. Now, that doesn't seem like a really fair deal, considering so many of you had to study from home, whether it's supported or unsupported, for months. But, you know, you can't put the exams back by months, can you? You literally can't do that. So I suppose they found this happy medium whereby they can put exams back as far as they can, but still get the marking turned around ready for results day and therefore get you into university. So I think it's as much as they can do. We can stomp our feet and shout that we don't like it all we want, but you know, that's fair enough. I think the government have done everything they can do, really, in my eyes. I know a lot of students out there, and I've been reading a bit of social media, and it's been happening for a while. Students are calling for reduced content. They're like, don't give us extra time. We don't need extra time. Just take half the content away, or at least a portion of the content, and we'll be fine. There's a big flaw in this argument, a really, really big flaw, okay? So the first thing about this 3 weeks, I think, in all honesty, we should be really, really grateful for these small mercies right now. The world is a very, very bonkers place. There's a lot of people with some major, major issues right now. And I think, you know, worrying about what's going to be in your exam isn't necessarily up there, is it? But at least the government are paying some attention to it. And I know you feel a bit neglected, but at least they're doing something, okay? So there is a lot going on right now. And you know what? I think at least you guys actually get to sit exams. Think of the last year's students who actually never got the opportunity to actually sit exams and prove what they could do. All their grades were calculated based on their teacher estimates, based on the work that they did in class, and all that work they were doing had no idea how it was going to be used and how important it was going to be, all those mock exams and stuff that they did. So small mercies, guys, you actually get to sit an exam, and I think that is, relatively speaking, if you asked all of the first years in university right now, what would they choose? And it would be to sit the exam. So the other thing, cutting content, there's a big flaw here, and it's kind of twofold. Number one, it won't help, purely because I think when you get to university, you're going to need that knowledge anyway. In fact, I know here at TT, a whole bunch of students who are doing their first year in university right now have continued their TT membership because they need that support with that information from their A-levels to build on in their first year in university. So it's really important. If you cut the content, you're just going to have to learn it in university anyway. And at that point, you will be probably less supported than you are right now. Okay, so think of it that way. At least you've got your teachers on hand. You've got us here at TT to help you and support you with that content. Whereas if they cut the content and you didn't learn 40% of the specification or whatever it might be, just making a number up, you're going to get to university and the lecturer's going to go, well, you need to learn that. Go away and learn it. So you know what? At least you've got people around you who can support you to learn that content right now. So cutting content won't help you in the long run. In fact, it's going to be a big hurdle for you when you get to university. Now, the second and most important flaw in cutting content is this. Let's say they don't cut the content and you are where you are. It's not you versus the exam. It's never been you versus the exam. It's you versus that person you're sat next to in class versus that person up in Newcastle who's doing the same exam board and exam as you. Literally everybody in your cohort, that is what you're up against, not the exam. So you could take 100 questions, okay? And then you could cut the content by half. Now you're down to 50 questions. Are you any better off? No, because everybody in your cohort is sitting those 50 questions. It's not about you versus the exam. It's getting in that top % bracket of the country that get the A stars and the A's. And you need to do whatever you can to get into that top bracket. You could sit an exam that's got 10 marks in it. Okay, now if you don't get at least 8 or 9 out of 10, then you're not going to get the A or A star. In fact, you're probably going to need to get 10 out of 10 for the A star. Okay, so in fact, the the more they reduce an exam, like the less likelihood you've got of actually getting into the top end, because it's going to be more competitive. So in fact, it's better that they're not cutting content. So just remember, it's not you versus the exam, it's you versus everybody else. Okay, it's you versus everybody else. So if they cut content, it will not change at all. Okay, and in fact, keeping the content increases your chances. Now, as we've always said at TT, and we've been talking about it on the Monday check-ins, is this, that you have to just be very wary of the situation right now. Do not be in the same situation as last year. Nobody ever saw this coming last year, okay? But you guys have got the benefit of hindsight. So try hard for every homework. Try hard for every test. Revise your socks off for every mock that you're going to do, because you never know what the next turn of this coronavirus pandemic is going to be, okay? Because it could be that exams get cancelled again. We just don't know. So hopefully not, okay? And all we can do is play what's in front of us, and the exams are on. Yes, you've got an extra 3 weeks revision. In fact, if you ask anybody that was doing their A-levels and asked them, would you like an extra 3 weeks revision to before your exams, they would say yes. So, it's not a bad thing. So work for everything this year, guys, okay? You are the masters of your own destiny. We want you to take control of your A-levels, all right? Speak to your teachers, find out what their scheme of work is. What's the plan, sir or miss? Where are we going? When are we going to finish the content? When are we going to be able to start revising? Are we going over A-level content little bit by little bit while we're in year 13, which is something else you should be doing, and we can help you with that here at TT. So, we're here for you. We're here to support you as best we can. Who's this? A-level revision TTBA. And that would be Luke, I'm guessing. Hey, Luke, taking a break from lecture. Thought you'd say hi. How are we doing? Luke is one of our previous BAs, who is now studying dentistry at university. Hopefully it's all going all right for you there, buddy. I know universities are a bit of a hotbed at the moment. They're in the news a lot, but you know what? I think everyone's just dealing with it the best they can. So yes, bottom line, guys, you got an extra 3 weeks, and that is much more helpful to you than cutting content, okay? Much, much more helpful to you than cutting content. There is no benefit to cutting content for the summer. So if ever you see someone having a rant on Twitter or Instagram or something like that about it, just remind them, it's not them against the paper, it's them against everyone else, okay? Nobody else is going to come in and bail you out. You need to put in the hard work to be in the top echelons to get that A-star A. You just need to do better than everyone else around you. Okay, so if you've got any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll keep an eye on the comments on this over the next few days and weeks and stuff like that. So if you've got any questions or comments, just stick them below, and I'll get back to you. All right, see you for now.